Joining us now, ranking member of the House Armed Services Committee, Congressman Adam Smith. Are you comfortable for a years-long engagement with Venezuela?
Yeah, no. I mean, a whole lot of problems with the Venezuela policy, but two leap out based on what President Trump said just there. First of all, this is exactly the type of regime change, long-term nation-building operation that Trump said he wouldn't get us into, and that we've all learned is never as easy as it looks. There was enormous enthusiasm when the Taliban fell, when Saddam Hussein fell, when Muammar Gaddafi fell. The hard part comes next. That's why you don't engage in these things. He has dragged us into a foreign conflict instead of paying attention to the issues here at home, like health care, the high cost of living, the budget, the economy. It's exactly what Trump ran for office saying he wasn't going to do, number one. And number two, Trump is focused on resource extraction. He's basically, he wants to be the new imperialist for the Western Hemisphere. That is not going to build support from the Venezuelan people, which is going to increase the likelihood of chaos and violence and an inability to stabilize the country. If we're going to be involved in Venezuela, it ought to be to try and improve the lives of the people of Venezuela, not to come in and take their resources for our benefit.
So we're watching a pretty large protest on the streets of Caracas, Venezuela, and it appears to be a pro-Maduro march. We see some T-shirts with Maduro's name. We also see images of Che Guevara. The White House has said, or the administration has said, according to lawmakers we've spoken with about yesterday's briefing, and you'll be able to inform us on this as well, that they believe that they're going to have to, or they will be taking the oil at gunpoint. They also say that this regime, which has been left in place, just the head was chopped off of it, Nicolas Maduro was taken away, but the regime is still in place, that the regime is going to work with them and do what they need. So why, if the regime is working with them, would we need to be taking oil at gunpoint?
Well, we don't know, and Trump doesn't know exactly what the future holds here, but it's going to be difficult. It's going to be difficult to work with the regime. It'd be difficult to do it if we sent our troops there to try to enforce security. That's the whole point. This is the hard part, as I said, and Trump doesn't know exactly what is coming going forward. And let's be clear. I mean, the tragedy of this is Maduro was an awful leader. All these people out there supporting Maduro, that doesn't help anything. Maduro and Chavez and Castro, for that matter, and radical left governments were terrible for the people of Venezuela, the people of Cuba. Even in Argentina, extreme socialism led to out-of-control inflation. That doesn't work either. But now Trump is forcing us back into a world where it's either that or some right-wing form of government that doesn't pay any attention to the people. He's dragged us into a mess, and he doesn't have a clear way out of it.
I know you got to go, so I'm going to ask you this quickly. The Senate had voted 52-47 on a bipartisan war powers resolution. All Democrats joined by Rand Paul, Susan Collins, Lisa Murkowski, Todd Young, and Josh Hawley to restrict the president in Venezuela. Do you believe that'll pass the House?
It's a good step. I think it's got a strong chance to pass the House. And finally, at least a few Republicans are standing up for Congress. That's the other aspect of this, is Trump is exercising executive power in clear violation of the law and also diminishing the United States Congress, which Speaker Mike Johnson, Majority Leader John Thune have, for the most part, stood back and allowed to happen, allowed us to treat ourselves as irrelevant. So it's good that the Senate has done this. I am somewhat optimistic that the House is waking up as well, and hopefully we'll pass that resolution and begin to, A, reassert the authority of the United States Congress, and B, put very appropriate checks on Donald Trump's ill-conceived Latin American adventure.
Congressman Adam Smith, ranking member of House Armed Services, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.